A few weeks ago, I made this video. I've created a completely fictitious identity. Over the next week, Jaden will be contacting the office. Jaden will obey every single instruction and perform every single ritual as deep as she can go without breaching her safety or revealing her true identity. So after a night of missed calls and messages, in the early morning, I receive a reply. Let's complete the initiation. Since you can't, we do it the other way. It's called the Truth and Trust Covenant. I feel like this might involve me revealing my identity in some way, which is something I do not want to do, especially after what happened last night. But I'm just really curious where this is going to take me. So at 8, I received 3 missed calls, and once again I'm asked if I'm alone and I have everything ready, and I say yes. This is the Truth and Trust Covenant. First of all, you have to free your mind from hatred. And then they tell me to do this. They want me to cut myself and see myself bleed. And they just leave me with this very well-phrased quote. There is no finality in life except death, and no hardship too crushing for you to overcome. Find peace in the fact that the darkest moments in your life are merely required prerequisites for an illustrious future that approaches. This quote just stood out to me because it was the very first time that actually ended with the triangle. And it was actually so well phrased that even I didn't understand at first. But then I decided to Google search it, and I find it's heavily used on this site. And what do I find on this site? I find that several other phrases that they've been using this whole time are all from this website. Now, I'm definitely not going to be harming for the internet, but what makes this so good is that they only ask for an image, which means I can easily just fake it. So that's exactly what I began working on. And now stage 2. Make a video of you saying all this and touch your tongue with your blood before saying it. I am not going to read out what I was told to say, but let's just say that it made me very uncomfortable and it's not something you would normally hear. I really do not want my face to be associated with these vows at all. But what if I do this under bad lighting and with my face slightly covered?
As I make this covenant of truth and trust.
After all these days of insane rites, I was finally in, and the master sends their first actual photo. Let's just stop and appreciate this photo for a moment. We've got a black table filled with some interesting items. So what do you see?
Some scary looking moss. Oh, I think that's a doll head.
Oh, okay, because I saw the same thing as well.
If only I could read what was on that paper, but the image was so compressed, which is one of the reasons why this photo is probably not theirs. There's also black bars on the top and bottom, which you would never get if this was straight from the camera, so it's probably a screenshot from somewhere else. And another interesting thing about this is that I did a reverse image search and I got 0 results. So I'm like the only person that has publicly posted this photo as of now. But what's most interesting is why they would even send this image, especially if it's not even theirs. I mean, I feel like they're just trying to prove their credibility, which just emphasizes how fake this really is. An ID will be sent to you. All rules will be sent to your email. A registration fee of 1,777 should be made by you within the next 7 days. Okay, I officially know where this is going. And after playing the poor story of losing my job due to COVID, as well as some wonderful reassurance being in this family, eventually I agreed to making my first deposit. They then tell me to go to this Bitcoin ATM and scan this QR code. I tried my best to lead him on, and eventually I forwarded him this link, leading him to a credit union website. What's so special about this link though is that it's made from Grabify, meaning that if anyone clicks on this link, I get their IP address and many more beautiful details. And guess who was dumb enough to click it? I asked for assistance with the barcode. I requested for proof that this really was a society. He even said that we would eventually meet in person. And then I told him I was on the way to the bank. I really wanted to scare him by saying that the recipient for this barcode was blacklisted due to malicious activity. And he didn't really say much on that day, but the day after, they were contacting me like crazy. And then I forwarded my beautiful receipt from Photoshop. I was also told to forward this video.
Why the f you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.